That's right. There's no question Jamie Lynn Spears was destined to be an entertainer, but she's gone on a much different journey than most people expected, both professionally and personally, and her debut disc reflects all of that. And so we're so honored to have Miss Jamie Lynn Spears in the studio with us today. Welcome.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Good. Well, we are so excited about it. So let's talk about your debut EP, which is called The Journey,
yes,
right? And it has been kind of a very extremely personal journey. Tell me about your journey in your own words.
Well, that's like a book right there.
I know, right?
Which was what made it hard also to choose 5 songs to put on the EP, because I feel like, you know, my journey, I'm still on my journey. It's not like I'm finished by any means.
Right.
But simply, I'm just a young girl who, you know, started in a different way, I guess you could say. But at the end of the day, I'm just a young girl going through life, making mistakes, trying to own them, trying them to make them a part of my journey instead of letting them defeat me. Really just trying to let them be building blocks to be a better person, you know, not only for myself, but for my daughter.
Right. So as you talk about the journey, everybody knows it was very public, which is part of what makes it so difficult, right? That you were pregnant at 16. We were just talking about your little girl, Maddie, who's now 6. So you just got married, though.
Yes, I did.
So, and how old are you now?
I am 23, and yes, you know, I was very young when I had my daughter, and it was, you know, it's something that I had to work through personally, and just had to. I'm never gonna let my mistakes be an excuse to not be a better person and not be a better mother. So I think that was kind of, you know, my main focus to get into this music and to really do something I was proud of, because you can't, you know, ultimately you're responsible for yourself.
That is very true. All right, so what is your favorite song on this EP?
I would have to say it's my single, How Could I Want More, because it's about my husband. It's really personal, and it's something I'm really proud of. And I also feel right now in my life I really couldn't want more. Personally and professionally, I'm in a really good place.
It's a good feeling to have.
It is a good feeling to have, so I'm holding on to it, and I really, you know, I just feel really blessed right now.
Well, and just saying, how could I want more? To me, that just says, like, I mean, I am so blessed with what I have. I'm going to be thankful for what I have. How could I possibly ask for anything more because my life is so good? Is that?
Well, you know, I wrote this song in a different spot. I wrote this song probably like 4 years ago with Rivers Rutherford. So me and my now husband were in a different spot. So the song was written from a vulnerable place where me and him were going through transition phases. But now when I sing the song, I sing it from a point of view of, you know, I really couldn't want more with this man. Why am I trying to figure everything out? And it's also in life.
I love that.
Sometimes just be content and be happy with what you have.
Absolutely. I love how 4 years ago you were same words, but it had a different meaning for you.
Yes, definitely. It was just like, how could I want more when everything's perfect, but I just wasn't in the place yet to, you know, be the person that I wanted to be with him ultimately.
Absolutely. So you've got a lot of young fans, a lot of fans in general, but a lot of young fans. What do you hope to give them and inspire to them with your journey?
Well, I hope that I inspire young girls, but ultimately everyone, just to really know that life is, you know, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do all of that. I'm the first one to say I've made so many mistakes.
We all have, girl. We all have.
And, you know.
And there's more to come, right?
But
that's the beauty of life.
I just really believe that you can't let them defeat you. You've got to get up. You've got to make them a part of your story, a part of your journey. If you own the things you've been through and you build yourself from them, then it can only go up. It's really just about kind of empowering yourself to, you know, tell your story. This is just my story. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Only thing I'm saying is this is my story.
Well, I think you're helping a lot of people by being so open about it.
I hope so.
Absolutely, and it takes a lot of guts to do that, right?
Well, I think that I was just kind of in the beginning said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be honest, and no one can really, I guess, they can't get mad at you or say anything about it. If you're just telling your story, you're simply just writing on paper what's happened to you. And I think that if everyone could do that, and, you know, I hope I can make some other people brave, because I feel like, you know, my little girl made me brave. And I feel like if I could just give that to someone else, there's nothing better than to feel like you can better yourself from your own mistakes.
You're really a close-knit family, and you've said that your dad is a really big music inspiration for you. Tell me about that.
Well, I think that something that's really, something that's something that's really important to us has always been to, you know, keep, at the end of the day, keep our bond tight. I mean, there's times where we hate each other and we love each other, but
Right.
we're family. It's so cliche to say, but it's hard, especially when we're living on different coasts and we're all over the place.
Of course.
And my dad, he's kind of, you know, he is a mess all rolled into one, but he is who he is. And he
Right.
definitely, if anything, he owns who he is. And I think that, you know, country music was something that he grew up loving. He always loved it. And in the back of my head as a young girl, I was like, I'm not going to like this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to like anything your parents like
Of
when
course
you're younger.
not.
And then, sure enough, those were the things as I grew up that I wanted to share with my daughter. Those were the songs that tended to be the classics.
Because they tell that story, that journey, right?
Yeah, and as you get older, you can really relate to those stories.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so
No,
much
thank you
for
so
joining
much.
us.
Thank
We
you.
are so excited about talking to you and hearing you and watching you on the journey that's going to unfold as you continue to go. So
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.